Hey gang, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. End of the year, end of 2023. I wanted to do a quick video. I'm here working on some new stuff for 2024. Designs for some new apparel, as well as some logos and different projects, both for Ruby and for CK Knife and Tool going into 2024. But a few things I wanted to do is I want to reach out to everybody and say, hey, thanks. I did get some messages a while back. At the recording of this video, this is actually the 28th of December. And the last few videos that I've posted are videos that have been recorded them a while ago and just recently put them out. And first of all, I'll apologize. The audio, I don't have a mic on. Everything was dead. So I'm using the little bunny butt, the old-fashioned bunny butt on top of the camera, the Rode shotgun mic. So hopefully the audio won't be too bad. Ella can do some magic, but we originally had planned on doing a video about some storage solutions for my truck, and I'm going to get into that for next year. But this year, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody. I had some people reach out recently from my last videos that I've had, the last few, and some people that have seen me throughout the year, this year, have noticed a little bit of a problem I was having. And going back and forth with knives and my part-time job. At the time, it was a full-time job. I was working for a big box store company here. I actually moved up to assistant manager, and it got to be, it was a little overwhelming, but it was fun. I liked working with the people. But then my dad's situation happened at the end of 2022, and going into this year, in 2023, I was having a hard time balancing CK Knife and Tool, the family, any little projects we had around the house, my dad's stuff, and being a full-time assistant manager in a large retail store. I've never worked retail before, so it's a whole new animal to me. But I did enjoy the challenges and moving up and around, and I learned a lot. I learned that I'm not necessarily cut on the same cloth as some others, that I can handle retail as well as they can. I do enjoy it. I am still doing it, but I stepped down from management and am now part-time. And that was for many reasons. One was my dad. I didn't have the flexibility as a manager. And when you're in management, you are a little bit more at the whim of the company you're working for. That wasn't working out very well for me, both for my dad's situation and the scheduling the doctors and stuff like that. Ella, of course, graduated this spring, and now she's into college doing radiology. Ben is working full-time. Kasha, of course, still nursing. So it was really getting tough, and I didn't want to put so much of the burden on the kids. So I took the burden on myself and had to manage it, being an only child. That and my company, My Knives, 2024 will be coming up on my 10th year as a business owner and a small knife maker. YouTube creator, brand ambassador, so on. It's been very tough. The first couple of years I really enjoyed it, and it was really something nice to get into the mix and learn how to make knives. And then within that 5 to 6 year period of time, it was really good to meet other brands, other YouTubers. I learned a lot in marketing and advertising. Still have a ton to learn. But then COVID hit, and it kind of ebbed and flowed a little bit. Then we moved out here and rebuilt the business, everything. Kasha and I invested a lot of money into CK Knife and Tool. And last year, when I went to work for this other company for part-time at first, CK Knife and Tool was hurting, and didn't know what was going to happen. Sometime this year, I actually decided I'm going to start focusing a lot more on CK Knife and Tool. This coming 2024, I'm going to be turning at 52. And so I don't know how many more years I have in knife making under my belt, let alone with my dad and his health conditions. I'm not sure how much I would be able to give to a company and give them 50, 60 hours of my life every week, various, schedules and stuff like that and everything. It wasn't fair to them. So again, I had to step down from all that. But I was really missing knife making, and I was missing being creative. I was missing being in a shop and making stuff. The reason why I fell into knife making was to make a knife for myself that my kids would have as a heirloom, especially maybe my son. like, yeah, that was Dad's knife. I got my father's knife, and so on. That's how that all kind of started. And then it just snowballed into CK Knife and Tool, the business aspect of it. And doing so, I've learned that I've always been creative, but more so, as Kasha would attest, and she sometimes hounds on me about, I'm a little too generous sometimes. But the thing is I like to give back. I like to help people. I like to create memories. I like to do things for people and create something. As like, I've made knives in the past where there was some friends got together, sent me some wood from a fellow's farm ranch that had been in her family for generations. I stabilized that wood. I made knives for the husband and wife, and that fellows gifted that to them. That was Jim's knife. And as you know, Jim was fighting through cancer and ultimately succumbed to his cancer. And at the same time, his wife had passed away within that same year. And I hurried to get this knife done. So it was something to give to Jim and his wife, and to, you know, for those guys, it meant so much to them. And it meant a lot to me to be able to do that. The knife build classes, you guys know I used to host classes in my shop back in Washington. And I used to enjoy that. I used to love having people come in and make knives. My first knife I ever made with somebody was Christian. He was a corporal in the United States Marine Corps. I actually met his mom at our local box store back in Port Orchard, Washington, and built a friendship up. And I mention him because he just had a birthday recently. And I sent that video to him because I actually had just watched it a couple of weeks before that, and I shared it with him. And I go back in YouTube land and go back into my videos, and it's so neat to see some of those memories and people that I've had in the shop, and meeting people like Cody and Taylor with Axe Family at the time. It was Axe Family and Gung Ho Dogs, and then building that relationship to meet other people, and then moving on to, you know, Coyote Works, Warrior Poet Society, Rob Turklow with Lunkers. It was really neat, you know, the guys with Icon Vehicle Dynamics, the chance and opportunity to go to Utah in 2019 to be invited to be an influencer and sponsored by Nissan USA. It was super cool, those memories. And I've never gotten into it to be popular. I just got into it because I like the excitement, I like the busyness, and I also like the memories of having people in a shop and giving them that experience. And I was losing that. So I talked to Kasha, and I says, I got to do it. I got to give it one last hurrah and try to do something more with CK Knife and Tool before I can't anymore. So that's what part of this video is about, is just to say thank you to everybody, because there's several of you that have been with me since pretty much day one. You have watched my family grow, all of our YouTubes, all videos, all the poorly edited stuff, and the knives and everything else. Many of you have been around with me since day one, including my knife mentor, Jeff, who still here and kicking, and he's up in Montana just, you know, doing his thing. But guys like Tony and Carl and Jeff and Dave, gosh, I'm sorry, so many of you that have been with me, and Laura, and it's just, it's so nice and humbling to have you all part of my life. With that said, though, that kind of leads me into this next thing, is how I mentioned that some people in the last few months have noticed that some things have been bothering me a little bit, more physically than mentally, and that was in the last couple of videos. You might have seen it. I made a mention in one of the videos about how I wasn't feeling all that great. Well, at the end of November, I ended up getting diagnosed with shingles. And it wasn't just shingles like some of us might know. I had shingles when I was in wrestling in high school, and I had it on my neck. You know, I was probably 16 or something like that. I had it, they give you whatever, and that's it. Well, fast forward to now, I ended up getting shingles, and not only did I get shingles, I got shingles on my face. More importantly, I got it in my eyes and on my nose. And that caused some severe pain, as many of you might know that have had shingles. But then not only having shingles, but worrying about your vision. And there was some concern about my left eye. This is my left eye, so how it comes off in the camera. But and many of you have probably seen something on my left eye in the last few videos, but it went from really bad on my left eye and a little bit on my right eye and then in my nostrils. Well, then I not only got blessed with shingles right around Thanksgiving and then the Christmas holiday, I ended up with a staph infection to boot. So I've been on probably 6 or 7 different types of medications, ointments and pills and everything, and some of it's been working pretty good. And the reason why I'm making this video now is because I was supposed to go back to work to my part-time job, and I couldn't because I'm still getting a flare-up, because when I finished my round of antibiotics and antivirals, I think Kasha calls them, I finished the round of that, and then 2-3 days goes by, it comes back again. It doesn't, sometimes if I let it go, then it comes back really bad. Sometimes just it's coming back. Well, it came back. And so Christmas Eve, I was running back over to Walmart to get another bout of medication so I can do another 7 days of it. And as of yesterday, I got changed and I got put on a stronger and a different medication, hopefully to kill it once and for all. So I found some people there, and they seem to be kind of getting ahead of this and getting all sorted. But I want to do a video for the last part of the year. And like I said, I was going to do a different video, and I decided I'm going to do this instead and thank everybody and give you all a big shout out. So again, thank you everybody. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'm going to have a lot more stuff going on coming up here in 2024. I wanted to hit some of these rallies and do some of those. Not sure what's going to happen with that, costs and time and everything. I can only be away from the home for so long. I know we have our family, some people are going off to do some certain things and do stuff, but someone's got to be around for my dad. And I'll still be working here in the shop trying to get you guys knives and get that all sorted out. But I'm hoping to get out a little bit more, at least on the trails, to do some adventures, do some things, maybe meet with some people midway, like in Idaho or Oregon or Montana or something like that. So we'll see. But I'm really hoping to get everybody into the shop. I'd really like to get some classes going or get some folks in the shop again to help build those memories and get that going. But until I do that, I will be making knives and getting things sorted, so you all have something to choose from. But with that being said, I do again appreciate everything, appreciate the support. Thank you, not only for 2023, but for the last 9+ years. And here's to coming into my 10th year as CK Knife and Tool. And I couldn't have done it without a lot of your guys' support and understanding and patience. So thank you for all that. So until the next video, which will be in January, and I'm hoping to do one about every Sunday, so keep an eye on for that. But until the next video, guys, remember, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Keep me from the bottom of the YouTube bucket. And again, once again, thank you very much. God bless. Hopefully you had a good Christmas. Have a happy new year, and we'll see you in 2024. Bye.